Okay, circumference of a circle is our first video here. Okay, circumference of a circle, guys, is the distance around the circle. So our circumference, if you look at my writing here, it's going to be the distance around the circle. It's like the perimeter of the circle. That's what circumference is. So if you walk a lap around a circle, that would be the circumference of a circle. There's two formulas for circumference. R for the radius and D for the diameter. So the radius is only half of the circle, where the diameter is the full width of the circle going through the center. That's key with the diameter. So the radius just goes to the center, the diameter is the whole width. Okay, our formula for circumference with the radius is going to be 2 pi r. 2 times pi, and we're going to use 3.14 for pi. Okay, so 2 pi r. The reason is because the radius is only half as big as the diameter, so you have to have 2 radius to be the full width. Okay, and then if I give you the diameter, the full width, then you can just do pi times the diameter, because it's already the full width. You don't need to double it, it's already that length. Okay, make sure you write down those formulas, and then I'll be moving on to examples. Okay, in our first example here, example A, I've given you a radius, so I'm going to use my radius formula. So that's going to be circumference equals 2 pi r. It's good to write down your formula every time. That's a help to remind you what it is and make you remember it better. Then I'm just going to plug in my radius number in for r, and I'm going to plug 3.14 in for pi. So I'm just going to do 2 times 3.14, so I plug that in for pi, times 10. My radius number. So when I take my calculator and I do 3.14 times 2 times 10, okay, I'm going to get 62.8. Since this is a distance around, the unit just stays at centimeters. So 62.8 centimeters, and that's your final answer. Okay. In B, I gave you the diameter for this one, so I'm going to use my diameter formula. C equals pi d. So I just plug in 3.14 for pi, so C equals 3.14. Multiply that by the diameter, which is 12. So when I do 3.14 times 12, I get 37.68, and my unit is inches. Again, it's just inches, and that's it because it's a distance. All right. If you need to write down those examples still, pause the video. Otherwise, I'm moving on to my next slide. Alright, in my last slide, I just have 2 questions for you. Could you always use the radius formula? So, if every circle, could you always use the radius formula? Yes, you could. If I give you the radius, that's easy. You use the radius formula. If I give you the diameter, you just have to divide the diameter by 2. That'll give you your radius. Okay? Now, could I always use the diameter formula? Yes, I could. Same thing. If I give you the diameter, yes, you would use the diameter formula. If I give you the radius, all you have to do is multiply the radius by 2. Okay, so you could always use one formula and not switch back and forth. You just have to convert from whatever formula you like to that unit. Okay? All right, that's it. If you need to go back and watch anything again, go ahead. Otherwise, have a great night.